Hello, 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 everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am JayLee. This little gray patch. Whew. I am JayLee. This is JLeesCorner. This is my review for Queen Sugar Season 4, Episode 9. Yeah, okay. If you have not done so already, please take a moment to subscribe to my channel and become a whole JayBird, dun 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 dun, and all that good shit. It is a wonderful day in the neighborhood, you know what I'm saying? So make sure to subscribe, to like this video, okay? Make sure to like this video. Thank you to the people who sent stuff to my PayPal today. I was like, thank you. It's very much appreciated when anybody donates to my channel. You don't have to donate. No one has to. But some want to, and it is very much so greatly appreciated. So that's all fine and good. Anyway, and I don't say names because I don't want to like air anybody out or make anybody feel like I should, you know who you are, and so I thank y'all. Thank you. I'm gonna buy myself something nice with it. I might buy me my new microphone. I don't know. Anyway, so let's get to this review for Queen Sugar. So we see Charlie. Charlie is at a bar and she drinking. Okay, it looks like she probably been there drinking for a little bit of a minute because she looks a little bit tipsy. Okay, just a little bit tipsy. And so she's talking to the bartender like, I have all these problems. I have man problems and kid problems and business problems and money issues and all these problems going on. Oh, and I'm running for city council. He like, of New Orleans? And she's like, no. He's like, well, you know what? If you're running for office, you probably might want to be careful or whatever. You might want to leave because this place gets kind of busy in the morning time or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So you don't want nobody to see you and recognize you, in this state. And so she just stops, puts on her sunglasses. If her sunglasses means no one can see her, and says, give me another one. I'm like, okay, so Charlie is all up in her feelings, okay? And then we see Nova, okay? Nova goes to see her cousin. I think her mom's cousin, who was the last female in her mom's family. So it's just her, is Nova and Miss Martha, okay? And Miss Martha lived way down deep, okay, in the boondocks, that you would say, in New Orleans or whatever, St. Joe Parish or wherever city it may be down there in Louisiana. You know what I'm saying? And Miss Mother, I usually don't see people, you know what I'm saying, because I don't like full of people who hadn't had their soul cleansed. But Nova, you family. And they embrace, Nova's happy, and so is Miss Martha. It's a cute little thing or whatever. It was really hard for me to find this place, but I also got here and it feels so familiar. Like I just feel like I know it or whatever. Well, you should, because when you was a baby, your mama used to bring you here when you was around 3 or 4. You used to run around here all the time and tie your mama out. So Nova's been there. She was just too young to remember. My eyes are going crazy right now, but it's fine. So, they then come in and have a conversation or whatever. Nova's looking at all the different pictures, and she sees all the other women in the family. And then, she's like, was a lot of women in our family healers? And she said, yeah, some have been pushed to ignore their calling, some embrace their calling. My eyes really going crazy right now. It just depends on, their person, their family or whatever. She brings up, Miss Martha says how her father wanted her to ignore her gifts of being a healer, and when she refused to do that and she still wanted to partake in her gift, the father kind of shunned and banished her from being in the family, whatever. So I said, what did you do? Like, what happened? She's like, well, I went and traveled. Went to Haiti and went to Africa. I learned a lot or whatever, and when I came back, your mama knew I was here and she kept the secret. She's like, I came back around the time that you were born, and so on, your mama knew I was back here, whatever. And so they sit in there. As they sit down and Miss Mother touches her hand, she's like, oh, the gift is strong, and you, like it was your mother. She also brings up how much Nova looks like her mom, which of course makes Nova feel good. You know what I'm saying? She's like, did you partake in your gift? She's like, well, I did, in my own way. And Miss Mother laughs, like, yeah, your mama did too, in her own way. So, she did visiting Miss Martha, okay? And we see Aunt Vi in Hollywood. I was supposed to say nobody else's name. And they're having a conversation, Aunt Vi made some food, and they chit-chatting and jaw-jacking or whatever. And, she's like, we need to talk, Hollywood, And then she goes into how, I admit that, I have an issue, whatever. And when I seen, you beat up Jimmy Dale Earl, you know what I'm saying? When I seen the anger in you, it scared me. He like, well, I would never hurt you, Vi. I wouldn't do that now. I was protecting you. She said, I know that. She said, but still, I had never seen such anger and hatred in your eyes. And it reminded me the first time I saw Jimmy Dale, beat up on somebody, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, Jimmy went and beat up some guy that was looking at Anvi or friend with Anvi back in the day. And that was the first time she saw him be violent, and then went from that to him being violent with her. So for Anvi, she's like, I looked in your eyes, and I didn't recognize you, whatever. And so Hollywood realized, okay, he scared her, even though she know that had nothing to do with her, and even though he know, she not comparing him to Jimmy Dale Earl. They both understand what happened. He reacted, and his reaction scared her because it reminded her of something else. And she realized also that, that she hasn't dealt with things that she should have dealt with Billy Ray. Okay. She's like, it's just a thing to where I want to fix us, but I can't shake this feeling. And he like, but I would never hurt you. I was trying to protect you. And while she gets that, she brings up how, what I'm saying, there's still work I need to do on myself in regard to Billie Jean Earl dude or whatever. And I realize that some things don't go away just because you ignore them. Meaning she had all these feelings for him, but because he was gone back in the day when he was gone, she just kind of ignored any feeling she had about it. Oh, he gone. I can just push it down somewhere deep, down in the jungle deep. Okay. Now that he came back, he came back. It all came back up, and she trying to ignore it, but it ain't gonna go away. So she's like, I need to face this stuff. But a part of the reason why I've been kind of weird because again, seeing you reminded me of what happened back then or whatever. I'm like, oh, we know Hollywood ain't like, Billy Ray Cyrus, Earl, Jimmy Dean Dale. We not like that or whatever. My poor little Hollywood. But it's a good thing they're having a conversation. You know what I'm saying? If you can't sit with your mate and have deep conversation about deep shit, y'all ain't really good and ain't not really good. If the only conversation you have with your mate is like superficial stuff, nah. That's why I say conversation for me is amazing. Because I want to sit and get deep down in the jungle of conversations about anything from point A to point B to point Z to point 1, 2, and 3. And if we can't do that, then what we together for? What we together for? So it was cool to see that Anvi Hollywood could have that conversation, and Hollywood don't get upset about kind of sort of a little bit, you know what I'm saying, being compared to Jimmy Dean. You know what I'm saying? It was a good thing or whatever. So we see Dollar Drop Blue off to Ralph Angel. And you know what I'm saying? All Blue been talking about all day, all night is his best friend, Joey. Is it Joey? I think it's Joey. Joey? Yeah, we're going to say Joey, who we know is Deisha's daughter. So, and I got it right, y'all. I got it right. Somebody commented and said, girl, it's Deisha, like Keisha. And they put a whole bunch of other names with like pronunciations. I said, don't call me stupid like that. Y'all know, look, y'all know I mess up names and not on purpose either. I'm bad with names in real life, okay? It's people, I met my neighbor during our blackout. I don't remember none of their names at all. I just do not. I have to consistently use someone's name for me to remember it. If I'm only saying it once a week, I'm not gonna remember it for like 2, 3, 4 months. Anyway, so Darla and Blue get there, and so Blue now is asking Rye, hey Pop, can you set up a play date or whatever? It's been really, really busy. Blue, I'm gonna get to it or whatever. I just forgot. I'm saying I'm gonna give a call and we'll get it set up. So as Blue's walking away, Darla said, well, if you want to, I can call, the parent and set up the play date. Blue then say, it's Deisha. Deisha's, her mom, it's really cool if you can go. And she's like, oh, okay. Again, Darla didn't know that Blue new best friend is Rye's girlfriend's daughter. And so when, Blue walks away, whatever, he like, so why didn't I know this? Like, why didn't I know, my son's best friend is your girlfriend's daughter or whatever? Because Blue also like, Deisha's pretty cool. I'm like, oh. So he like, right, like, it wasn't a big deal, so I didn't think to mention it or not. You know what I'm saying? Well, she's your new woman. You know what I'm saying? She's the mother of Blue's best friend. You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't I know this? He like, look, she then said, when I saw y'all together the other day, she knew who I was, and I had no idea that she, who she was or whatever. And I'm like, but all you popped up. It ain't like when she said that. I'm like, it's not like you were invited over to meet her and she was there, in any other capacity, but you didn't know who she really was. Had you not popped up to Ralph Angel's house, nothing would have happened at all. So I'm like, I hate chain. Look, if you chain email message me, I will block your ass really quick. I gotta block somebody real quick. Anyway, so, Rod tells Dar, like, look, it wasn't a big deal, but, we talked or whatever. We both said that we should not talk about, who we dating now, whatever. Like, you dating somebody new, I'm dating somebody new. It's all new to us. I'm saying I'm doing my best that I can, but, I didn't purposely not tell you. And they did have that conversation where she said, like, I'm not ready to hear about you dating someone else. And I think at that point in time, I don't even think Rob was really dating Deisha. I think he had met her, but I don't think they were dating. That's when she had a little boyfriend or whatever. And, Ralph Angel felt like, oh, she on a whole date or whatever. And she said, I don't want to talk to you about my dating life because I'm not ready to hear about yours. So Darla, you can't have it both ways. But we know that Darla is in a tough space right now. So she just going any which way, okay? Because she's just, all over the place. So we see a couple of that. We see Aunt Vi at the restaurant. We see, Prosper, his girl, Miss, I think it's Miss Genevieve. I think it's Miss Genevieve. Or whatever. They bringing up how, the town has been really somber lately, between the fire at the mill, the breaking, the vandalism at the diner, rise farm issues or whatever. People been kind of, I've been feeling real down, been feeling mighty down right now. And so Prosper say how him and Miss Genevieve have an idea of how to maybe lift some spirits. They gotta think about the things first, and they'll let Anvi know. We then see Micah at home, and Charlie ain't there either or whatever. Because also Prosper and Anvi was at like, you talk to Charlie? No, not today. I don't know what's going on. I think she down because of what happened. So that was what that was. But at home, Mike at the house studying. He ain't went to school yet. And Kiki pops up. And, hey, I've been thinking about you. Oh, I always think about you, baby. I always think about you. So my could be this little cool, little smooth stuff or whatever. And Kiki like, boy, don't you give me no smooth, California by way of Paris ass line. Leave me be or whatever. And they laughing or whatever. And they just like, oh, I just really miss you. I'm really thinking about you. And they kissing and hugging and kissing or whatever. Where's your mom at? Your mama here? He like, nah, she usually leaves early. She ain't here. Oh, so we alone? Yeah. And they get a hug and a kiss and some more. I say, Lord Jesus, just don't be up here hugging and kissing too much. So we see them in the bed hugging and kissing. They fully clothed. They got clothes on. But, we know Kiki is a virgin. Micah, not so much. So, Kiki like, well, wait, I don't, are you sure you haven't been with anybody since you moved here to St. Joe? Like, yeah, I have. I moved here, I met you a month later and I haven't been with anybody since then or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's just me and you, girl. I love you, girl. I want to be with you. I want to wait for you because your first time is going to be special. Okay, I don't want to ruin that. So I'm willing to wait however long it takes for you to be comfortable in us doing it. Okay, doing it or whatever. Oh, Michael, you saying that makes me want to be with you even more. And they kind of hug a little bit. But Michael, it's a look on his face where I'm like, is he lying about not being with somebody, or like it was something going on in his head? I'm like, okay, he not sure about something he just said. We got to figure out what it is. Anyway, as they're hugging or whatever, Charlie calls them. And she sound drunk to me, okay? But I know what drunk sounds like. Hey, Michael, you go to school? Yeah, did you go to school? He like, yeah, I'm okay, whatever. Mom, you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I was called just to check on you. Yeah, I'm just working on you. And I'm like, she sound like she's a little bit off. It's a little bit non-Charlie-ish or whatever. And so he knows, like, Mom, you okay? She's like, yeah, I'm fine, but I'm going to need some help at the meal. The office in the meal later on today. He's like, all right, I'll come by after school or whatever. You're such a good person. You know what I'm saying? I don't deserve you. I don't deserve you. He's like, Mom, are you okay? Yeah, go ahead. I'm gonna talk later. So again, he noticed a little something and her ain't right. And you know what I'm saying? I'm like, well, at least he noticed it. And we see where she is. She at that bar still, on that same bar stool, still drinking. I'm like, girl, drunk is it? That's gonna be me tomorrow. Me and my friends is going to, not my friend, me and my coworkers are going. It's a little after work coworker thing. I'm gonna have a couple drinks because at least two. Well, no, not more than two. I had to still drive home. Let me move on. We see Ron Hollywood have a little talk, and Rise and how they shut down his program. Why it's still being investigated, so his program is shut down until further notice. All because they messing with them bastards. Anyway, Hollywood, it's just so mess up for that to happen to, like, I can't believe, like, you know what, me and some folks gonna be playing cards at the house, want to come back, like, nah, I'm gonna stay here and do some work. It's gonna be a lot of, it's gonna be take a long time for me to get these seeds planted with no workers. So, Rob, like, I was just trying to just do the right thing, you know what I'm saying? And now I just feel so empty, I feel so empty, Hollywood. His voice is so cute, you know what I'm saying? I feel off and I just can't shake it. And he like, that's because there's so much going on, Nova's book, the whole investigation thing, the fire, like, it's all these things going on, you know what I'm saying? And it's just a part of it, we gonna do better and whatnot. And then, he like, it's just hard right now, but just know it's just a lot going on, so that's why you feel off. He says, and then that's it. They just had that conversation. And I'm like, it's kind of crazy. So we get back to Nova, her cousin, Miss Martha. I think it's Miss Martha. And they still chit-chatting or whatever. And Nova brings up how her mom has been visiting her in her dreams now. And, saying, she's like, I can almost touch her, but I can't. Saying? She just keeps coming to me. And then, Miss Martha gives her, like, this is a book of your mom's learnings, her teachings, is what she was, working on before she, left training to be a healer or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Before she left the lifestyle. And I was like, what do you mean before she, accidentally got pregnant with me and had to, like, abandon her gift or whatever? You know what I'm saying? She gave it what she loved because of us. Oh no, babe, you have the wrong information. Like, that's not what happened. You and your brother was a whole, source of happiness and joy for your mom. Y'all got it twisted or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Your mama comments in your dreams because she wants to let you know that she misses you and that she loves you. Like, you weren't accidental. Neither was Ernest. Oh, your brother. Okay, it was all, divine intervention or whatever. So you didn't stop her from doing anything. Like, she loved y'all unconditionally. So she's like, you know what, she be watching over you. You really should, she's watching over you and she wants to remind you to be you. Okay, you should go see her more often. She's like, go see her. I can't go see her. You know what I'm saying? Daddy sprinkled her ashes, and blew and the ashes were scattered in the wind. Child, no, he didn't. Your mama's last gift to your daddy was being buried, on the family farm. She was never cremated. You know what I'm saying? That was her last gift to y'all. And Nova never knew. I wonder why Ernest didn't tell him. Yeah, anyway, so maybe there was I don't know. We then see Hollywood at home with his two friends playing cards, whatever, and they chit chatting, jaw jacking, and sports is jokey here, jokey everywhere. And then the one friend said, "Yeah, man, I heard that you that Vi ex popped up in the city without no warning. Uninvited." And they was, oh yeah, what you what you hear about that? Well, I heard that you gave him boot on out the city on his head. Okay, I heard that, and they was laughing about it, whatever. He like, oh yeah, I should not have been so aggressive with it. I should have approached it a different way. Like, no, that ain't true. You have to. We commend you for that. You know what I'm saying? Because if somebody comes up to the old lady, you supposed to do this. You supposed to do that. And the whole time they are praising him for seemingly beating up Jimmy Dean, you can tell he feels uneasy hearing it being joked about with somebody else when he know how it made Vi feel. So, we then see him go talk to Vi. And then he brings up how, I was with my friends, but usually we just be laughing and joking about stuff or whatever. But they brought up how they heard about me, you know what I'm saying, Billy Ray Jimmy Dean situation or whatever. And they was praising me for doing it or whatnot. He's like, oh, okay. He like, but I thought about, how maybe, what you said was true, like, it could scare somebody. She's like, well, yeah, I guess that's true as well. He then gives her a piece of paper and he brings up how, it ain't no male groups here to like talk to us or whatever. It's a whole bunch of for women. We don't really have any for men to like this. It's kind of weird because I only talk about real issues when I'm with you. I don't really have those kind of conversations when I'm with my friends. That even when I was talking to Rod earlier, I didn't know what to tell him when he was in a bad headspace. He said, I felt like we had more men groups here to talk to us. More men would know what to do and how to have different conversations, and maybe, what I'm saying, we wouldn't be out here scaring the women that we love so much by how we act. I said, come on through Hollywood with a word. If more men express themselves and talk, they would not scare their women. They would not. They would be, come through, bro, come through. And I said, you know what, maybe you're right. Maybe I would love if Hollywood opened up a whole let's talk situation, okay? Let them all talk, okay? Can we talk for a minute? But I want to know your name. Girl, my voice is so raspy, it's crazy. I think I'm really, really thirsty. So we see Prosper, our vibe, and Miss Genevieve talking or whatever about having like an event to again to lighten the mood or whatever. So they're talking details and whatnot. And then Michael comes in like, hey auntie or whatever, have y'all seen my mama? Talk to her. And they're like, no, we've been trying to reach her all day. Like, yeah, me too. Like, something ain't right. Like, it could be nothing, but there's something about it. Prosper say, what about that old phone there? Like, don't that phone there track people? He said, yeah, I've been trying, but it keeps like not finding her or whatever. He's like, let me try it again. Tries it again. This time it does locate her. He like, she in so and so whatever city, and she's hitting near this. They're like, why she out so far down there? That ain't nowhere near. That's kind of weird. And I'm like, what's going on here? So we see that whole little thing and whatnot. I mean, find your friends can work. And like, I have found my friends. I have me, my mom, my sister, and my nephew, whatever. So we can always know what my sister is just a jerk, and she's had her location, so we can't really find her, but we can at least find, see me, my mom, my nephew. But it's a good app to have so that, I'm saying, if your friends if somebody lost, find their ass real quick and in a hurry. But like, if I'm somewhere you ain't supposed to know, leave me be. So we then see Darla go to see her friend, the dude she was dating, this season or whatever. And so we see that he has not been returning her phone calls, and she don't like it. She don't like it at all. Okay. And so she pop up to his band practice. He like, oh, Darla, yeah. Hey, like, give me 1 minute. He goes to talk to her, whatever. Yeah, I meant to call you. You saying things this guy. Yeah, you just ghosted me like a teenager, whatever. Like, why can't we just talk or whatnot? And so you're like, well, I didn't ghost you. I'm saying I didn't ghost you at all. And I'm not judging you either. I'm saying, but I did read the book and I had some issues with some things and whatnot. I'm like, oh shit, he didn't read Nova's book. It didn't ruin her life, and now she got to face the fact that he feels some kind of way or whatever. So now my past is more present than me right now. He's like, it's not about the book. It's not even about what was in the book. It's about you, and it's about me in the future. What does that mean? I'm saying he made sense. He said, you know what? The last time we spoke, I asked about the sponsor. Like, have you went and seen the sponsor? Well, no, not like a few weeks or whatever. He's like, look, I know the signs of a relapse when I see one because I've had them. I'm saying I've had several, and there's no way that my past can come back and so public, and it would not have some kind of negative or some kind of bad or some kind of haunting effect on me. You know what I'm saying? That's you. That's not me. I feel fine. I mean, I'm in control. You're not in control, darling. You're really, really not. You know what I'm saying? So what do you want to do? Okay, because I'm in control. He said, look, for the sake of both of our sobrieties, we needed to pump the brakes on this relationship. You know what I'm saying? Pause a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And just for a little while, and then see how things go. And she looked like, as he said that, she looks like she wants to just scorch the earth that he's walking on. She's just like, she's upset, but what he's saying is making complete sense. He's not even being an asshole about it. I mean, he was being an asshole for not calling her back and just telling her this, but at the same time, the reason he's doing it is because he's like, I don't want to relapse. And if you relapse, it's going to make me relapse. And we both going to be ass out, and I don't want that. So, but he told her when they met last time, like, you need to contact your sponsor. And she was like, I don't need to do that. And so now he can still see, like, she going to relapse. And I don't want that. And I can't help her if she do, because then I will, become a victim as well and I don't want that. So we just pump the brakes. But she is now aware that I'm telling her, like, you about to relapse if you don't go talk to your sponsor. I mean, I feel like, can he call her sponsor? I would. So we see Nova walk into a bar. And the reason we see Nova walk into a bar because she walks into the bar that Charlie is in. And Charlie is sitting at the bar still. Just, she's drunk, okay? She's a bit sloshed, okay? And so she's like, what are you doing here? Micah called me. Micah was worried. He told me where you were. And so I came. And I'm like, Nova, we still pissed at you, Nova. We still is very fucking upset with you, Nova. Okay? But the fact that Micah knew something was wrong with his mama, and he knew she the closest to get to my mama, I need you to go get your sister. Period. Period. Point blank to the period. Okay, because I can't go get her. Don't do that. Anyway, she's like, I'm not going anywhere with you. Leave me alone. And she's so drunk to where she's just not our normal traveler. Like, she's able to talk or whatever, but she's very slow talking. I'm not going anywhere with you. And I'm like, okay, girl, you sloshed. So she tried to still sit there and like, I understand that you mad at me. I understand that. But what I understand more is that, no, I know you're mad at me. And every day, I understand more and more about that. But you running for office, and you have to be safe. Let's go. And Charlie tried, because she grabs her wrist, and Charlie tries to, like, no. And Nova grabs tight and was like, let's go. Like a sister do. That's what when you piss off at your sister, but you in need, and she's like, I know you're mad at me right now, bitch. Let's go. Okay, we can't have the bullshit. And she then has to pull Nova up off the stool and carry her out the bar, whatever. I'm like, oh, and Nova, we mad with you, Nova. Cause some of the reason she over there drinking is cause of you. Because again, Romero broke up with her from finding out things. You know what I'm saying? Here and there. So it's a trifecta of things that has happened since that book came out. One after the other after the other. And it's still great that even though Nova knows Charlie is pissed at her and don't want to see her, she still risks going there and Charlie getting more pissed off by seeing her to get her sister. That sister bond. I told y'all, me and my sister, we are Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. Okay, you don't play with us. We are Transformers. We go from nice and nice and nice, and now we're okay. Anyway, so we see Rye at the house where Michael. Rye is sitting there, and Michael asks him some advice just about him, Kiki, how much he like Kiki or whatever, and it's gonna be her first time. And, what I'm saying? What if things don't go right? How things can change in college. You know what I'm saying? And it's me loving her enough because my dad told my mom, he loved her, and look what he did. And Michael's having, so that's the feeling he was having talking to Kiki before, when I said it's something he ain't saying. What he wasn't saying was he's nervous that what if they have sex again? They have sex and things don't come out perfect. Okay, what if they break up and all these things? Because it's he's taking her virginity seriously, and I like that. And why? You already doing the right thing. Like, you already are thinking about the right things to do. Like, just make sure to always respect her and do right by her, and you'll be good. Okay, because Micah not trying to fuck her over. He isn't. He's hoping he ain't doing that. Be like, but I really love her. But like, is love enough? I'm like, oh damn, bro, you only so young to think on the, oh Lord Jesus, it's so much. You know what I'm saying? But like he said, you smart. You smart. You already thinking right. You know what I'm saying? Just handle your business and do right by her. I said, come on now, Angel. So we then see, Ralph calls Darla on the phone, and excuse me, he calls. He said, yeah, Blue been calling you all day or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I was out. I didn't mean to interrupt your day. It's like, no, I'm back now. What's wrong? Oh, well, she like, Blue wanted to tell you about it then tell you good night. And so, I would love to talk to Blue. And again, her voice sounds like something ain't right. Let's just say that. And again, we see her as at home, but she looked like she is broken. Like she's just a whole shell of herself, and she just has to put on this voice to have a conversation with her son. And she's talking to Blue, Mama called you 1,000 times. I'm sorry, baby. I'm okay. How was your day? And that's Blue sound. This was amazing. He's talking about this whole day. The whole time she's sitting there, and she just looks like she's just breaking into pieces, like chip by chip. Somebody just chipping away at her, and she's just breaking, 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 breaking. You know what I'm saying? And there's no feeling in her voice. Like there's no happy, sad. It's just real, real monotone. Okay, baby, that's great. You had fun. I wish I was there too. And I'm like, nobody gonna. But he's a kid. You know what I'm saying? And so I had so much fun, mommy. You know what I'm saying? I wish you were there. I love you. Good night. And I'm like, oh. And he's Blue. He sounds so amazing. And she's like, yeah, I wish I was there. I'm like, she's breaking people. Darla is breaking. And it's really that is all Nova's fault. And that's something where I'm looking like, it's going to take more than you picking Charlie up from a bar to get you back in good graces with Darla, because she's break girl. So we see Nova get Charlie home, and she gets her in the bed. She gets her in her pajamas, and Charlie is like a lifeless body basically at this point in time, because she's so drunk or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm like, she's fully drunk and fully lifeless. Anyway, so Nova's like, I'll be in the guest room if you need me. I would say not in my goddamn house, but she didn't. She's like, she drunkenly asked her, why did you say those things about me? And it stopped Nova in her tracks. And she turned around and said, you know what? I never meant to hurt you. I never meant to hurt you. I really thought I was doing something good. I thought that. But now I see it was only good for me. And I love you so much, Charlie. I'm so sorry. And she's like, I'm so sorry. I hurt you. I'm so sorry. Like, and it's like now Nova has realized the devastation that she caused. When she said, you know what I'm saying, I now see what I thought I was doing good, it was really only good for me. It was like she told her truth, which was good for her. Her telling other people's truths wasn't good for anybody else. And she felt like if she told everyone else's truth, it would be good for her because it would be a great book. And oh yeah, we can help so and so and so and so, but in turn, you ruin lives of the people you love the most. And so again, it was only good for her. It had nothing to do with how good it would have been for someone else. Because I feel like had she really felt like it was good for them, she would have talked to them. But she knew it was good for her, and I was happy to see her admit that. And I feel like that's what everyone was upset that she wasn't admitting. She kept making people feel like, well, y'all, why y'all tripping? I'm helping y'all. And that was the hard part. That people like, you fucking up shit. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, and as she's just apologizing profusely to a drunken Charlie, Charlie's head in the pillow just crying. Just crying. So Nova climbs in the bed with her and just holds her, and she just holds her as Charlie just kind of wails out these tears. Man, look, I was at work crying like, oh my God, because it was like just Charlie is so strong, and that was her breaking point, because it was one thing after the other, after the other, after the other, and it all started with that book. Anyway, I'm like, Lord. So the following morning, Charlie gets up or whatever. She's, she ain't drunk no more. And she go down to her kitchen. Nova's gone at this point in time. But Nova left like some coffee, some little croissants. Okay, so maybe some grapes or whatever. And the paper for Charlie and the thing. And when Charlie looks and picks up the little coffee or whatever, and she sees the paper, and the paper says, you know what I'm saying, Charlie Bordelon is my role model. And so Nova had wrote something in an article in the paper. And she just said, you know what I'm saying, my book hurt people. You know what I'm saying, I said things I should not have said. You know what I'm saying, I was wrong, and I need to set the record straight. You know what I'm saying, keep saying, you know what I'm saying. She brings up how strong Charlie is, and you know what I'm saying, how she is someone that everyone should want to be. You know what I'm saying, how when she grows up, she hopes to be like her sister. It was a beautiful thing for her to say, and she just admitted that she was dead ass wrong. She was dead ass wrong. She should have never did it, and she put in there how amazing and strong and independent and intelligent and just heroic that Charlie is, and that what she wrote was completely fucked up. You know no tea, no shade or whatever. And Charlie reads it, and as she's reading it, tears are coming down because it is what she deserves. So it was Nova fessing up and owning up to how much she fucked up, and she had to do it in a public way. And she brought up, I don't care if no one buys my book because what I'm saying, it was wrong for me to even put that stuff in there. Whatnot. My thing is, you have to do that person by person because you talk about everybody. Something like, okay, so you kind of at least got Charlie to acknowledge your existence again, but I mean, girl, it may be something else for something else. So we see a couple of things ending up. We see Rod calling Darla, who's still not answering the phone, and he like, I'm worried about you, Darla. I'm saying, give me a call or whatever. I'm saying, it'd be nice to see you at the gathering we having later on today. And then we see Micah going to get Charlie. Like, Micah, I gotta show you something. Like, come with me. And she looked like, Micah, I can't. I don't have the, just the energy. And he's like, Mom, just trust me. Just come with me. And then we see, he took her to the mill. And, there was a burned down a little bit, burned down to a crisp or whatever. They have lights and put up everywhere. And it's look nice and it's bright. And it's the people at St. Joe, on there. We even see Nova there. Ralph Angel there. Was Anfi there? Can't remember, but it was Charlie, Nova, and Rye there, whatever. And we see Prosper saying how we are here to do what we always do, create something out of nothing, and we need to be here together to share the pain of what it takes to go forward in this mess of it all. And then they start singing, I gotta fit. Wait, I was finna sing the wrong song. Was it? Yeah, I got a feeling everything gonna be right, but I was finna sing it the way that Marlon was the way David Allen Greer sang it on Martin. I got a feeling everything's gonna be alright. I don't want to do that, but it was a nice little old rendition of it. Proper girlfriend was singing it or whatever, and it lifted the spirits. Like we are going through devastation right now, but we have to be good, strong will people to get through this right now. And the whole time they are there doing that. We see Darla at home holding a bottle of liquor and she's smelling it and she's just crying, holding it and crying and crying and crying, and she sits it down but she just keeps crying. I'm like, oh Lord Jesus, Darla, somebody go check on Darla. Somebody go get Darla immediately, okay? Right now. Anyway, and that's how the episode went off. And I'm done. Thanks for watching. Until next time.